What is up, guys? It's TDub15 back at it with another video for you guys. And today we will be going over the breaking news from yesterday on how all 30 MLB teams could be playing the entire season in Arizona. I'll be reading off of ESPN to tell you guys what the details are of this plan and what else what will happen with the players and the families, and also we're gonna get right into it. So, details. The plan is that all 30 teams will be playing in Arizona, in the Phoenix area, in spring training stadiums, and at the Diamondbacks Stadium, and also at college campuses like GCU and ASU, and also Phoenix Municipal Stadium, and maybe some high school baseball fields in Arizona. So MLB said that before this happens, they have to test all the players, coaches, and staff to make sure that they get an all clear signal from health organizations, and they can go through and start the season. But apparently this plan is backed by health organizations that are dealing with the coronavirus right now. So some of the details in the plan is to install an electronic strike zone. That is pretty interesting because they've been talking about that for years, and it replaces umpires. Now that kind of takes away from the game because the umpire is the one who judges the pitches, and it kind of takes away from the game of baseball. But if we want to experiment and see if we can try new things during this time, see a new baseball, now that would be pretty interesting. They're also talking about 7-inning double headers so they can get in more games. That's pretty interesting. Like, it's usually baseball games are usually 9 innings long. MLB games, and obviously they're trying to get in as many games as possible for an entire season, like at least over 130 games. Like, they've already missed, I think, almost a month of their entire season so far, so they're trying to get in as many games as possible so they can have the playoffs and all. So I think that's pretty interesting, and maybe could we see that next season if doubleheaders are just 7 innings, but maybe it's just for this season. Also, players aren't gonna be sitting in the dugout. Now that is really interesting, because like that also kind of takes away from the game of baseball, because we always see the players, chewing their gum and their sunflower seeds in the dugout, and we just see them having fun, and they're heckling the other players, and it's pretty funny. And now they'll be sitting in the empty stands because fans can't come to the games, obviously, unless MLB says they can. So they'll be sitting 6 feet apart because that's a part of the coronavirus recommendation. And obviously they'll be making money by TV deals, so I expect most TV stations to broadcast MLB games because no other sports are going on right now, so MLB can take advantage and they can get more TV revenue right now because other sports aren't playing, like the NBA and hockey, NHL, so that's also pretty interesting. And players will have on-field microphones, and they've been experimenting that the past couple of years in all-star games and regular season games, so that's also pretty interesting because the announcers will be talking to the players while they're at bat and when they're in the stands and all, so that's also pretty interesting. Obviously MLB will have to make most of their revenue off TV deals to start until the CVC or whatever can say fans can come back in the stands and all. So yeah, but I think they'll get a considerable amount of TV revenue from this. The thing is, though, how are the players gonna react, and how are they gonna stay there? Well, it says here that they'll be staying in hotels in the Phoenix area, and they're basically in like a quarantine bubble. But some of their players might get sick of seeing their kids or their wives on um, television screens, or screens that they talk to their kids with, like Skype and all. So, how are you going to get the players to do this? But I think players will be motivated to get a paycheck, because if there's no baseball played, no paycheck. Like, there's no revenue in, so they have to make their money somehow. So they might as well just, get the TV revenue deal going in. Of course, they can't have any fans, but they can get money from merchandise online. So it'll be pretty interesting, I gotta say. I'm real excited. I want baseball to come back more than anything in the world, and I'm excited to see players like Mike Trout, Cody Bellinger, Clayton Kershaw, obviously Salvador Perez. I'm excited to see some of those players play this season. Like, I think it's going to be a pretty good season, and maybe they'll expand the playoffs too. I've been hearing about that as well. So yeah, that is the news from ESPN and the MLB. Um, Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you like it, if you hate it, or if you don't really care. Um, Obviously, I hope you guys are all safe right now. And make sure to like and subscribe to this video. And I am gone. See you later.